As superintendent, I undertake to examine my family of school data with my principals, and then together we also examine our school by school based data, and we hope, and my principals then in turn return to their school and examine the school data and classroom data with the teachers. And teachers in turn examine division or grade team data collectively. That is the tri-level I talk about, and this is called job-embedded learning. In looking at, for example, EQO data or DRA or CASI or suspension data, we get very precise information towards where our needs are, where we need to address the needs of our students. And from this data, we derived our school improvement plan, our family of school improvement plan, as well as the teachers' long-range plan, or work that is project-based. My family of schools are involved in 3 key projects. The projects could be provincial projects like the Ontario Focused Intervention Partnership. It could be district board projects like the Early Years Numeracy Project. I think the final point I would like to make is I think the most important part is the accountability piece and how I as superintendent would monitor and follow up what is happening in my family of school. I do that by having regularly scheduled meetings with principal learning teams. They are divided into 4 teams, 2 elementary, 1 middle school and 1 secondary principal vice principal team. I also meet regularly with teacher leaders, for example, the literacy coaches in my family of schools. I engage in school visits, and the final, what I believe is very important, is constantly going or regularly going into our data warehouse and look at the data and engage in data analysis, first by myself and then with those professional learning teams, our principal teams and teacher teams I just referred to. When we do the data analysis, we always try to measure our data against ministry and district board standards. When we meet regularly as teams, we are guided by questions like where are the best practices and why. And I believe the why question is very important, whether I'm meeting with the primary, junior, middle or secondary principals, vice principals and teachers. We also ask the questions, what do they look like? If I come into a classroom or school, what do best practices look like? What is the school's model of intervention as impact? Because this is very important. And finally, the question of how are school structures established and the resources allocated. In conclusion, I would like to say, if we make it a habit of mind and actions where we are consistently data-driven and know what is the difference that makes the difference within each of our role, we have not only made our schools of choice, our students' achievement and sense of belonging our top priority, we have also developed a culture of sustainability and organization of learning and inquiry for all.